Well, hello guys, welcome to episode 22 of The Rock. I'm the Custard Prophet. Thank you for coming along. So, here we have the news that Brexit has happened and we've left the European Union. But I don't quite know how that's going to affect Gibraltar, particularly with the close association with Spain, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah, that might be a bit of a game changer, but we wait to see what's going to happen with that. They're rolling out the tension. So we're at the start of season 3. I hope you've been watching the rest of it. It's been really great to see the sort of increased level of support on this series as we've gone on. See a lot of people, a lot of more watches than I was expecting, so that's it, which is nice. The other thing is, if you like Football Manager, I've just put up a video looking at Tennis Elbow Manager 2, which is a tennis management game. Go and check that out because it's quite fun. It's not as detailed as this, but it is quite fun. So today we are going to check through the signings that we've had in. We've bought in a few. It's still very, very difficult for some reason, but we bought in a few and I'm quite happy with some of them. And also we're going to play the first match away against Mons Calpe, the hair salon. Hopefully we get 2 for 1 on our next haircut if we lose, but probably not. Maybe they give away beard oil. So, as you can see in friendlies, we've played a bunch of friendlies and we've done rather well. Won them all. Monorail, we've been particularly good. He's scored a bunch of goals. He scored a couple in that one. Technica getting a second one against Gibraltar Regiment, who are kind of a non-league side. He got a goal in there, as Technica got 2. Monorail got 2 there. Death and Munoz. Consangliero, who's that, you ask? Mason and Fran Davis. As you can see, Lobaton and Technica got injured there. They're still out for this game, which is a bit of a bugger. And then we played Magpies away, beat them. Monorail again. Matty Mason with a couple of goals. So with those players out, let's have a look who we have bought in. So there was a few players. I thought there was a free transfer we'd sent out, released. Okay, so in terms of released players, this young Spanish goalkeeper has gone basically because there was no way he would ever get a game. All transfers, right, so players in, we have bought in a few. So first guy in was Consagliero, who is a Gibraltarian player. Jane. I think you have to speak like you're Sean Connery to say that first name, but he is someone to put a little bit more depth on the left side. He's not quite an attacking wing back, but he can play that wing back role, and we'll try and train him up in that area. He might be quite important today, considering the other 2 players who can play there are out, but he looks pretty good. He's got crossing of 13, dribbling of 11, first touch of 8, and passing of 7, so he's got fairly good stats in all the right places, fairly fast as well. So we wanted to get a better goalkeeper in, and my God, have we got a better goalkeeper in. So this guy, Ferro, we signed from Gibraltar United on a free. He didn't really get any games for them, but if you compare him, for example, with Shalaf, you can see Ferro is by far the better goalkeeper, so happy with him. Then we bought in a striker because Death, well, he's missing a lot. Mason, I think he scored 1 goal last season, and Gulp has left, so this guy has come in as a striker. He's actually someone with decent heading, which is something we didn't have as a striker, but he's quick. So he's decent heading, he's tiny, but he's quick. I didn't actually notice his size. His jumping reach is terrible. So, but actually, if he gets the opportunity to head it, he's quite good, which I suppose is a decent thing to have. Should have noticed that beforehand, shouldn't I? But good technique, good acceleration, and he sort of fits in with this sort of quicker player that we've got going on. So I'm quite pleased with him. He's starting. As you can see, we have absolutely raided Gibraltar United. And another guy, El Wahabi. How do you say that? How do you say that? Ilyas El Wahabi. What a great name. So he's to add a bit of cover in the central midfield. He's got reasonable stats across the board. His technicals certainly aren't terrible for the level we're at, I should qualify. He's not as fast as some of the... Well, actually, no, he's got pace of 13, so he's not too bad. He's quite agile. He's pretty good across the board. He has no leadership ability, but that's fine. We don't need that, and he can't throw the ball. He's in the centre of the park, so he shouldn't have the ball. So he'll be playing as well. And then this lad, this was a whole saga that occurred. So I've been looking for a right midfielder, for a right defender to replace the chairman's niece. And this guy came up, and I thought actually he had reasonable potential, and we could make a go of it. So I tried to sign him on a free. He's from Europa FC. Tried to sign him on a free. And it almost slipped by me that we would have had to pay £53,000 compensation to Europa if we'd have signed him. In the end, I noticed that. Otherwise, I'd been quite disappointed. But I thought, well, let's get him in on loan and see what we could see if he is all that. So we have shelled out a little bit of money to get him here on loan. His club would not let him go otherwise. So we'll see how he does. I think he's certainly okay in terms of the sort of physical attributes to be a right-sided defender. No strength, but he's got the pace and the agility to run past people. It's this area where he's probably lacking a little bit, but we will see. He's on the bench today. So the side has definitely changed. I think it's improved. Unfortunately, though, as I say, we've lost Lobaton and Technica, who's probably our most important player. So team as it stands, here we have Farrow in goal, Fraser and Rogers on either side of defence. The chairman of the board's back in with Busto this time. In the centre of midfield we have El Huhabi and Mason, and on the left side slightly drawn back, that's an interesting word, we have Consagliero, and then we got Monorail down the middle in attacking midfield, and Sammy Davis Jr. on the right. Smullen goes up top. And then we've got on the bench, Matty Mason's on the bench. And that's it. I think the other thing to make a note of for you guys. The watermelon, I can't remember his name now. He has now had his name changed to Damien Allmark, who, aka the trucking football manager, who has chosen this lad as his regen of choice. I think he's going to be getting some games because Shalaf I don't think is going to be here for too much longer, and I kind of want Damien to come through. We've got Damien and Death in the same side. I mean, oh dear, teams are not going to want to play us. Anyway, let us get on to playing some football. So it's in slightly changed formation just because of the issue we have with Technica. I think this is going to make us a little less toothless, but I'm hoping Smullen will be a little more effective in front of goal. So we've already shouted at them. Defensively, we look quite similar. I guess I'm playing Busto slightly further forward, which maybe I wasn't doing before. I was trying to play him in that sort of covering role. I think the chairman's a little bit quicker, so he seems to do all right there. So Smullen as an early shot, very nice from the man. So it's not a bad start. I mean, it's a bit quiet. The start. I'm sure the fans are very loud. I hope you're having a nice Monday, by the way. Don't know why I said that. Because most people don't actually watch this on the day when it comes out, so it makes no sense at all. I'm happy with this. Mons Calpe are a decent side. We are not predicted to come bottom for once. Manchester 62 are predicted to come bottom, and below them and just above them it was Boca Juniors. So we were third bottom, which is quite nice. We've dominated this game so far. Just not created much in the way of highlights for seeings. Well, they're playing someone who's half dead there. I think we'll do more of the same in the second half. Maybe we'll see a highlight, who knows. Right, come on guys. Make the most of this. I haven't really got that much to bring on, which is the one slight disappointment. Right, get creative. Mason off the bar. I mean, that would have been a nice finish. Right, I think I'm going to take off Smollen just because we'll bring on Death. You know, see if he can kind of revenge being on the bench. Nothing really happening. Maybe we will bring on Munoz in that defensive midfielder role. Do we go? I mean, we are creating the chances. Let's go a little bit more attacking. Just see if we can push this. Right, maybe we push Consagliero a little bit further forward. He's not comfortable playing there, but we have a highlight. They've had one shot. If this is their goal, I'm probably not going to be too happy. This looks very much like this is their goal. Oh dear. Oh, well, the right back, he was somewhat missing there, and yeah, that's disappointing. Oh, Fraser, is he going to get sent off? He's got himself sent off. Well, I feel we might have been a little bit unlucky there. I think we can take a lot of positives from that game. But yeah, disappointingly, we got a good number of shots on target, good number of shots, and restricted what they did hugely. So that has to be a good performance, just a terrible result. Yeah, so good and bad in some ways. Okay guys, well, that is maybe not the result I wanted. We will issue him a warning. It's not the result I wanted at all, but what we'll probably do is play the next 3 games, then we'll play Boca Juniors, who we're expected to do okay against, and we'll play Lions, who we haven't played yet, and then go from there. So that will take us a little way in the season. We should have a good idea whether we've got things to worry about or not. Okay guys, well, I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you do, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very shortly in the next video. Thank you very much. Goodbye.